Well, hello everybody and happy 2026. How are we all? Can you all hear me? Do we always say that when we get on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is the thing that everybody says when they get on. Did we have a good New Year's Eve? Some of yous have just come out of New Year's Eve, which is kind of freaking weird because it's like New Year's Day night now, nearly the 2nd of January already. Hi, Ava. You're welcome. Can you guys hear me? Hello, Earth, to anybody out there. Professor Doggy, hello. Hi, Hilda. Hi, not perfect, just British. I think that's pretty perfect. Happy New Year, everybody. Yes, you can hear me. Debs loves crafting. Hi, Hilda. I thought I'd just hop on and say good day to everybody and see how everybody is, how your New Year's Eve went, how your New Year's Day went. Probably chat about a few little shenanigans, what have been going on, and just chat, actually. Hello, Possum. Happy New Year to you too. It's lovely to see you. Well, what kind of year we're going to have? My son said that to me today. He goes, what kind of year do you think we're going to have? And I said, well, you got to roll with the punches like any other year, like any other day. You just got to roll with it, don't you? Who knows what comes? Hi, Sal. You got a new puppy. What did you get, Possum? I love dogs. Hi, Rena. Hi, Anna. Professor Doggy, yeah, I'm actually. Hi, Irish Ivy. Happy New Year. Professor Doggy B6G. I'm actually really disappointed. I don't even know what's happened to her anymore. I really don't. I mean, confession time, I suppose. I was really good friends with her and I really do like her. But I'm just so freaking disappointed in a lot of things lately. Hi, Skippy Roo. A miniature foxy, how cute. Ava, you think the UK will be very eventful this year in one way or another? Hi, Susan. Hi, MMD. Are you American? No, I'm Harriet. I'm Australian, Italian descent, though. Definitely not American. Some say I have all different kind of accents, which is kind of weird because I didn't know how to speak English until I was about 9 or 10 because my parents spoke. I think you sound Scottish. God. My parents only spoke Italian at home, so I didn't know how to speak English till about 9 or 10. So I do have a bit of a twang. I have been to the UK several times, so I suppose I've picked up a bit of their twang, and America also. So, and some people think I'm New Zealander as well. It's kind of weird. But no, I'm an Aussie. I have my own language. I like my own language. The way she keeps attacking Alex is disgusting. He doesn't do what he does because he wants to. It's done to realize internal pain. Shame on Fifi. Yeah. Yeah. I sound a bit Kiwi. Thanks, Possum. It's kind of weird, and then when people see what I look like, they go, oh, am I related to Rena? Who's Rena? No. Um, when they look at me, they go, are you Muslim? Are you Greek? Are you Indian? Are you this? Are you that? And no, I'm just me. Am I related to Rena? No. Irish Ivy, I made a hit list for the Darsley duo. Want me to post it? Yeah, go right ahead. Let's just chat. Sound Aussie to you? Yep, I sure am. Hello, fully asleep. Oh, God, sounds like me. I've pretty much done that, well, tried to do that all day today, is have a nap, but it didn't work because I was up till near 5 a.m. Not partying, of course, because I've done my party. Oh, Rena's the beautiful pole dancer, according to Gandhi. No, I'm not related to her, but guess what? I used to do pole dancing many years ago. It's really good for fitness. Really, really good for fitness. Rena's kind of interesting. I like listening to Rena. Yeah, so Avid on downward spiral of alcoholic when she wasn't last. I can't see that along the way she's going at it. That's unfortunate, and yeah, I'm just really disappointed. I don't know what's happened to her, and you know, I don't know. I just don't know. Harriet, is that Alex? Is that you, Alex? I can post the link. I don't mind. Hang on, I have to do something. I have to close my phone to post the link. How stupid's that? Because I have a fold phone. It won't let me do it on full screen, which is dumb. Oh. Harriet's not. Oh, I get ya. I'm half asleep. I don't mind if Alex wants to come up. I'll just talk a bit. I don't know. It's just really disappointing because, when you really like someone, and I gave her a bit of a talking up to someone, kind of, someone that's, yeah, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore, I suspect. You'd feel sorry for Avid if she wasn't turning out to show her true colors. And my God, are they showing? Yeah, it's just, I feel sorry for Faith. I think Graham and Faith are, well, this is just my opinion, same kind of personalities. The more laid back, the more sensible. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with getting pissed. Like, nothing wrong with getting pissed. But, nothing wrong. What happened there? I don't know. Oh, God, here we go. What now?
Hi, it's me, Harriet.
Fuck's sake. Can you just not go away from YouTube? Hi, Harriet. Hello, it's the wee little leprechaun, Harriet.
It's me, Harriet from Harrogate. Hi, Reader's twin. How are you?
I can't. Oh my God! Now it. Oh, shut up! I'm half
Oh my
asleep.
God, are you
Organized chaos.
American?
I love organized chaos. I'm not American. Americans
Oh
get
my God, are you Scottish?
I'm Scottish. Sound a bit Scottish, don't I? No, you geezer. You're a geezer.
Oh, MMG.
What? What do you want now? Haven't you had enough?
I want everything with me being a narcissist. You know how it rolls with Cindy.
Organized Chaos says, hello, everyone. Hubby thought he was finally going to get some attention, and up pops MND's live. Well, see, I saved you from, attention time.
MMD,
What now?
I want you to be honest with your audience.
Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Go on.
I am your fucking mother now, okay? I adopted you and I've got the legal papers, bitch.
Oh, fucking
Right.
hell.
The
Really?
what it made you feel like when they saying that about just throwing those words out like cutters and things like that, tell your audience how it made you feel. Be real.
You're not my real mum.
Yes, I am.
No, it actually made me feel sick to my stomach because my daughter, as everyone knows, she did that for a number of years before I even actually, well, she did it for some time before I actually knew, and it was a long road to recovery. And yeah, actually made me feel physically ill because nobody knows when mental health or anything like that will strike a person and what kind of circumstances could trigger that. Like, I mean, let's face it, Ben could fall in love with someone that's really, he's totally in love with someone, then she cheats, breaks his heart, and he does the same thing. Or worse, he becomes a drug addict or an alcoholic or a murderer. Nobody knows. So you need to I've always said it, you need to kind of zip it because you don't know what your own children are going to do or capable of doing. People can't say, oh, my child wouldn't do this, wouldn't do that. Say that to the millions of adult children and to the parents in the prisons all around the world where they brought their kids up correct and all of a sudden they're murderers or they're rapists or whatever else. They never saw it coming. So you need to zip it because you don't know. What if something, even Faith, what if she did something like that? It's just fucking really, I'm so fucking disappointed in the person that I thought I knew is not what the person seems to be.
Yeah, it's surreal. This is why
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, who is this person?
It's just sad, and I know.
It's like kind of like 40 personalities coming out at different times. And who's
I'll
this
make
one?
you. I'll make you a mod possum, and don't you dare say a word, Candle. I like possum.
Why would I say a word? It's up to you. Who you want to mod?
Yeah, go on. What were you saying?
It's just it's the
It's
perception of people.
disappointed. Yeah. Yep.
What it is, Avid's portrayed herself a certain way to me. Now I've seen good Avid, I've seen okay Avid, and I've seen shady Avid on private calls. But I've not seen it to the extent of what it's been lately now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, has this got any influence under alcohol?
Well, I don't know. Either. Yeah.
Yeah, Possum wants to ask me a question. Can I answer it?
Yeah, of course you can. But
Possum, why does it bother you how many profiles I use? It shouldn't. Good day. Anyways,
I think possum on this here, on this one, I think Candor has to use a different one because Deb's blocked him and I don't know how to get rid of him.
but still, it's the thing is, it's nothing to do with why I'm on this profile.
Okay,
Again.
move on.
Anyways, like people know the places. So anyways, this is the part what I can't get is she knows what her son's like trigger with his mouth. It's infused with alcohol. She's been drinking since 12 p.m. Her daughter's been trying to phone her since 12 p.m. all day around
Yeah,
tonight,
that's sad.
trying to get it under control. I swear to God, I feel so much for Faith, I really do, because she's trying to save her mother from making an absolute tit of herself online. That is a mother's only income. A mother is destroying herself online and doing all this stuff. She could be at risk of her channel being taken down, basically.
Well, that sounds like a her problem.
It does, but the thing is, with it being a her problem, who's going to finance her at the end of the day? It's going to be left upon the children.
Oh, well. You know what? I think she's had a lot of, and it's sad for me to say this because I really, really liked her a lot.
Yeah.
But she's had enough of my sympathy. She's had enough of my excuses, and
I don't have sympathy for Avid. What I'm pointing out is at some point you've got to start taking accountability for your actions and stop depending on your children. Your children are
I'd
too
never
young.
depend on a husband or a children. Never. I've said this to you before.
Wait, would you have your daughter hanging for hours on end? Something seriously could have been going on with Faith and she wouldn't know.
Yeah. Oh my God. But then,
Mm-mm.
but then Avid would, Fiona would say, which I totally understand as well. They're adults. They've got their own life. Blah blah blah. But you're still a parent. Being a parent doesn't stop until the day you die.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. You're a parent all the time. That's the commitment you made when you opened your legs and then pushed it out 9 months later. That's your responsibility. Unless
Well,
you've got serious medical health condition or mentally unstable to be able to care for a kid, that is your responsibility, regardless.
yeah, that's right. I mean, you say 9 months. My daughter was born at 4.5 months. Just saying. I'm just being a
Bloody
bitch.
lucky, bloody lucky, bloody lucky.
No, I'm not. I was so sick.
No,
Oh,
incubator
she's
for the
lucky.
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was 23.4 weeks, so 23 weeks and 4 days, weighed 680 grams. So you can imagine when she did, I'm trying to talk quiet, I don't know if she's on a computer or not, she can hear me. When she did do self-harming, it was so heartbreaking because I spent so many years trying to will her to live. And then she did that and it was like gut-wrenching. So that's why I kind of feel really sad for Alex, and regardless of how the situation, what got him into that situation, it's as a parent, I'm talking as a parent, and maybe his mum feels like this, I don't know, but as a parent of an adult child that did this stuff, it's fucking gut-wrenching because it's your child's blood everywhere, and they do that because it gives them peace. It's
And the thing
yeah.
is, all you want to do is protect them
Yeah,
and
of
try and get it
course.
under control so they don't. But you have no control because it's the realization it's not you, it's a different person altogether. And it puts you in a tricky position because you feel helpless because you're like, what can I do? What can I do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Avid wants to thank herself, lucky that her kids don't do that to themselves, you know?
Yeah, and you can't say oh, they haven't done it till now that they won't, because it just a circumstance that triggers whether, anyone that has a mental health illness, whether it's agoraphobia, anxiety, depression, social anxiety, OCD, etc., etc. You don't just go on with your life and go, oh yeah, that's never going to happen to me, because you don't know if something is going to trigger, whether a trauma, hormones, a nutritional deficiency, an accident, a death in the family, a shock. You don't know. So that's why it's really, and then they go on and talk about narcissists and all this other bullshit on that other channel. Like, are you fucking for real? Have a look at what you're
It's
doing,
ridiculous.
what you're actually doing. You're not actually pointing out people what are doing these things. You're just pretending that you're all holier than thou, and actually being
Mhm.
very vindictive. One of the biggest things, I just want to say this, Candor, and I'm going to keep saying it, whether people, regardless of people like Bron or not, the amount of people that kept saying, oh, she's mentally ill, she's this, she's that, when she's had a full psychiatric assessment, full doctor's assessment as well, and there's literally nothing wrong with that woman. Yet all these people are actually broken. When you look at them, they're broken, from Trevor down to the ones that were mentioned previously. They are all broken people, so they can't talk anymore about anyone else than anyone else.
The thing is with it is the best part about that was when they were talking about narcissism and stuff, trying to be doctors again. She said right at the start of it, Cindy did, we are not professionals. We are not trained in this. And I'm just like, so why are you talking?
Yeah, exactly. You're not professionals, but are you not even human to have
Mm.
empathy for another human being that finds themselves in a position where they feel the need to self-harm?
Yeah,
Like Organised Chaos has said, no mother should be covered in her child's blood. It's the worst feeling a parent can
of
experience.
course
Yes, it
not.
is. It is the most, I actually felt sick on your live, physically ill. And you know that.
Yeah, that's why I
I
turned
even
around
had
and
some
says,
people,
let the
people,
people know exactly how you think and feel about it because They need to know. They need to understand this, because some people just whitewash it over and don't listen, you know? And they need
Yeah.
to know. They need to know the real of it. And this is what I love. And this is where people can communicate better, knowing what the insides and outs from your perspective, how you were taking it, seeing your child in that way. So those dickheads, when they're watching this, will get an understanding what they're doing to people online.
Yeah. It's not only the person that's doing it, it's the people that around them that love them dearly that have to, it affects them greatly.
Mhm.
It affected me greatly because, like I said, I went from holding this baby literally in the palm of my hands. My wedding ring went right up to her shoulder. That's how tiny she was. A Barbie doll dress is what she got christened in on day 3 because they thought she was going to die. And then when you see your child doing this, it just rips your stomach and your heart out. So it's the people around them also that are affected.
Yeah.
And every time they do self-harm, they're literally cutting you up as well. You know what I mean? Your heart is literally torn apart because you just want to help them. You want them, you want to help them, but you just don't know how. You try
This,
everything, but you don't know
you,
how until
you're
it
walking
clicks for
on
them.
you're walking on eggshells as well, because you don't know if you're going to say the right or wrong thing. You don't know how to try and comfort them in case you're smothering them, you're overdoing it. There's a lot of things what go on, and you're in a vulnerable position, put it that way.
Yeah, it's horrendous. And like Organized Chaos said, she says that she still have moments that I relive holding my daughter in my arms as she was begging me not to let her die. I know, and it's just I can't even explain without wanting to throw up or
That
cry.
that's horrific what organisers just went and said, like, to be going through. This is
Yeah, just
why
chat a little bit.
why
I'll just pop myself on mute for a sec, mate.
it I'm telling you now, it boils my piss when people are so arrogant and take the piss that way, and they don't walk in other people's shoes to know what other people are going through and the situations. That's horrific. Having your daughter in your arms, begging you not to, begging the parent not to die. That is horrendous to have that going on, and that's a memory what you've got to live with and stand by. It. This is what makes me about people online. They are so arrogant and ignorant. They need a lesson in empathy and stop thinking about the coin and start thinking about other people what are watching you. Seriously.
Yep, I agree. I just, I don't know.
Organized chaos, it will. It broke me just seeing that, what you typed. I was like, Jesus Christ. It brings back memories of me having to deal with my father with Alzheimer's, slowly watching him fade away and not being able to speak properly, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with some humans these days. They just don't, it's not, they're just so self-centered. I'm just extremely disappointed in the person. I thought that was someone else, I
I'm, go-
suppose.
I'm going to say this, and it's going to come across. For Ben to be calling someone a cutter after just 8 months of losing his actual father to cancer, what the fuck is he thinking? And Avid to be going on like that after losing the husband after just 8 months, behaving that way with someone else, wanting them to end their lives after just losing a family member through cancer. What the fuck is going on in their heads?
She's really changed.
Yeah. And that's what I'm
Sad.
throwing down. I tried being nice and civil as possible, but I'm throwing that down because that's the reality of it. You've just lost, supposedly, the love of your life, the father to your children, and you going around writing titles wishing that someone was going to cut themselves going into the new year and ending themselves.
Yeah, saying that they wish that that's the life that'll make him cut is, yeah, it's fucked up. It's real.
This is
I don't care. Don't blame it on alcohol. I've been pissed as a mute before, and I've never said shit like that.
no, never that. It just doesn't go through. Doesn't go through like things. And by the way, Possum, I do like you, and Happy New Year. Okay. The the thing is, it's
Can you make peace with Possum?
I'm always
She
fine with
showed you.
people.
She showed you her didgeridoo. It was just a misunderstanding.
Yes, I wasn't trolling your accounts and I wasn't looking in your emails, Possum. I was just working Michelle up, joking with her. That was it. Because
I
she
think
kept
it
on
was a
laughing.
misunderstanding, Possum. I think
Yes,
what happened, and this is what I said to Candor at the time. I think what happened when you changed your password, you got an email, so therefore you thought someone changed
yeah.
because that's normal. But no, it's okay. Just make peace with each other because Possum's
I've got
beautiful
no issues
and
with
you,
Possum at all.
yeah,
I've got no issues whatsoever. There's more important things than arguing over
yeah.
silly emails and stuff. And
And
Possum,
we
I
love
would never,
Possum.
Possum, I would never divulge in your personal emails at all. Never. That's private. I was
Yeah.
only winding Michelle up because me and Michelle wind each other up. And we
And I think,
Gucci.
yeah, and I think what happened, Possum, because Candor did call me that time and he didn't understand that you would have got an email as well. So there was a bit of confusion and then it just went all a bit haywire. But nah, just make peace. Make
I do
peace
know
because we
that.
got a lot of not peace coming.
I tell you what, my cock phoned me up and says, "Who the fuck is Possum?" Didn't even know who she was. What's she ranting
Possum's
and raving?
lovely.
Yeah,
I love
he's going.
Possum.
She's ranting and raving on about you, looking in her emails and stuff like that, going on crazy. I don't even know who this crazy woman is. That's why he
I'm going to
said I was.
make Possum a mod on my channel. Are you there? Anybody?
She's forgiven me. I've been forgiven by the didgeridoo lady with the
Where?
boomer. She said she's forgiven me.
Oh, see, and that's a good start to 2026.
And Possum, I've forgiven you for thinking the West when I wasn't doing what you thought I was doing.
Yeah, it
the
was a
um
misunderstanding. It was.
the thing what I'm pointing out about
Love you,
this is
Possum.
people, you have really got to get this into your heads. This has affected MMD today, and I know it has. She was upset about it. I was thinking, how can these people say this when losing someone just under 8 months and then wanting someone else to end their lives just because they're not getting along? There's levels. There's levels of how far you go, and I'm sorry, this is above and beyond. This is like psychotic territory. You don't go around wishing that people were going to end their lives. No. For
No,
what? Over
I'll be
what?
back
A
in 2 secs,
squabble.
mate. Got to get my
No
iPad.
worries. For a tiny squabble online. Is it? You know what I mean? And you're effing with people's heads who have got that disorder. You're pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. It's like pressing your thumb down on them, wanting them to harm themselves. That's like firing bullets at someone to do that. They know exactly what they're doing. It is calculated, and Avid's not a stupid person. She knows exactly what she's doing. And then she's having her son parading around like a dancing monkey while she's the organ grinder pushing it out. It's evil to watch. Leave people alone. It's as simple as that. Leave people alone. 2026, do better, be better. Stop scamming people. Stop corrupting people. Get on with your lives. And I'm going to say this to Avid, if you are watching, you may not have a penny to scratch your ass with, but I tell you what you do, Avid, is you go out and get a job. You don't rely on your younger children. You don't rely on fighting, squabbling over who gets rights to the house. If it's split between Graham and his older children as well, you sort it out amicably. And you go out and get yourself a part-time job in the supermarket near where you are, something like that. And you do your Meghan and Harry stuff in between that. Start supporting yourself, woman. Start preparing for your autumn years in life and your winter years in life season. Stop relying on your children with their channels to bully you up, to pay for you. It's wrong, Avid. You can't be bought all the time by people. Start showing them how to actually live their lives. And maybe they probably have more respect for you. You can't scam your way through life. It's not cool. Sorry, MMD, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry.
No, I'm here. I just went to grab my iPad to add Possum as a moderator, but it went flat. But I figured out how to do it another way. It's all good. I'm multitasking.
No, it's I just hope I wasn't going over the top, you know what I mean, in certain things and what's going on, the reality of the situations. It's serious stuff.
Yeah, you know, Serena just said something here, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Switch to my personal account. Alex is a great person who gets passionate when sometimes speaking. He's a lovely man and should be known as a survivor, not demeaning his mental health, etc. Exactly.
I mean, I've done stuff in the past with him, but it's always been a rebuttal. But I don't repeat that word as a cutter because there's more to the person than just that. It's like rubbing dirt in someone's eyes, it's like kicking sand in someone's face when they're down. I don't resort to that. I just wind him up when he works me, and I wind him up back, saying he's a stalker, joking on, and calling him the guy off Psycho, joking on, making a parody. It's not that deep, you know what I mean? But I don't go around going, "Oh, the cutter, the cutter, the cutter." I hope this hurts you for 2020. It's sick. No one wants anyone harming themselves.
No, not taking their own lives as well. I mean, I've worked in child protection, and the job I do now, and the things I've seen in my life are just absolute. People wouldn't see that in their lifetime. They wouldn't see it, nor they should. But
There's a
it's
level.
freaking horrendous what you see out there, and then people to mock people like, yeah, I just can't. I can't. There comes a you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. Yep.
Yes.
Get pissed New Year's Eve. Get pissed any day of the freaking week you want. Go on and rant and rave and whatever you want. But you know what? Pull your head in.
Yeah.
I'm just so freaking disappointed. So disappointed. And she knew damn well what my daughter went through as well. And yeah, and people want to talk about, they want to talk about narcissist and evil people and horrible people and blah, 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 blah. Look in the mirror.
Yeah. This is what I mean. It's messed up. That's all I can say. And the reason why I'm speaking out about it for, because I knew it was wrong what I did in the past. That's why I changed the script.
Yep. Juanita says here on your last live MMD, I apologize if I had done anything, and he acknowledged it. I sub to his channel and liking his content. You know what? If you talk to him, when you actually really listen to him, he's a decent guy. Like, he has good conversation. Same as Slime, you know, when you got Slime on just talking to him, you know, people will have their backup when they have issues or are not afraid to talk to people, but don't know how someone's going to take their issues. Of course, they're going to have their backup. But when you break down that barrier and break down those walls, everybody's pretty decent underneath the shield that they put up.
The other thing as well,
I mean, look at Candor, for fuck's sake. Seriously?
MMD. You've got to think about this as well.
Oh, a member. Thank you.
You don't know what that person has been told. You don't know what that person has been manipulated by dodgy emails, shown, taught what to do, what this person about, being manipulated. And when these people are vulnerable already mentally, going through stuff, you're literally taking advantage of them to do your bidding. That's calculated.
Yeah, it's crap.
And this is what people don't understand. They just see what's on screen, me and you talking. They don't know what people are doing behind the scenes, in emails, the whole lot, riling people up. They did it to me with Bron.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why.
And how many others are doing it?
Yeah, that's why you got my rage for. And now Bron understands why I was raging so much, because of the fake emails what were coming my way pretending to be Bron.
Yeah.
It's not cool. You can't play with people's heads.
Yeah.
Serious consequences.
Possum says life is too short to argue. I've lost many people I've loved because of toxicity and jealousy. It's devastating, but thank God he loves me no matter what. Exactly. Life is too short, you know. You look at a 90-year-old that's passing away and they can remember, you know, going to school and whatever else, and life is just gone in a heartbeat. You want to waste your life wishing other people's lives away?
My grandma
That's
could never
just fucked.
stand arguing, go around the house, anyone raising the voice or anything like that. She says it's pointless, it's not needed, it causes stress, aggravation, for what?
Yeah.
And she used to always say, talk to each other, get it sorted out. That's it.
And isn't that one of the biggest things I always say to you, Kendall? Talk to them, you know, sort it out, blah, blah, blah. And I say that all the time, just talk it out. But when people are vindictive and horrible and nasty, that's just, and then they don't expect you to react. Of course you're going to react.
Of course you can react.
Who were they going to be on a pedestal and you're supposed to shut up and take it? No. No.
It's basic human instinct to react, but it's the level how you react that matters. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The other thing, what I want to point out is people need to understand if you don't really know that person, you're blindly going into a war with someone on behalf of someone else. Stop, think to yourself, ask questions. Why am I doing this? Don't go into things.
Yeah,
blindly.
never again. Yeah, never again. Never again will I defend people that I thought they was someone completely different personality to, because I've sat and watched for a while now.
9 times out of 10, those ones what's asking you or persuading you or implying something are not the victim what you think they are. And you've got to remember, everyone is an adult. This is just the internet. Question everything when someone's trying to push you in a certain direction.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hi, Denise G. Be nice. I'm always telling you off, aren't I?
You need to really understand what's going on. And I get it with some people, they don't see what's going on properly. But trust and believe, there's reasons why I do what I do and how I walk around and stuff. MMD knows. So trust and believe, when shit is going on, there's a reason why I do what I do. I mean, I'm having to hold MMD back every day. She's volatile. Yes.
I can be fucking volatile, can't I? I'm like, I'm going to ruin their lives. I'm going to destroy them. The Terminator.
It's like MMD, the lives are already destroyed. What the fuck are you going to do else?
They're so fucking broken and they can't even see it.
Exactly. That's what it is. When I looked at Avid's thing and then I heard about what Tricky was saying and the way Cindy's behaving behind the scenes, and I'm looking at them thinking, these are very lonely, sad individual people. And it's not me being judging them or looking down on them or like treating them like bitches, but genuinely, these are broken people, and all they know how to do is cause drama and chaos and run with it and keep on blaming others for their own behaviors as a barrier just to make money. And it's sad watching it, and she's like, get on with your lives.
Yeah, thank you, Anita. Sorry.
I don't want to be in ages, but the ages of these people, and they're still doing this. You'd think one would get a clue past 30 and grow the F up.
Oh my God, I'd be, I've never smacked my children, but they'd get a clip around the ear if they acted like that. They wouldn't act like that anyway. Can I just say something? Old Trev's there had a short, I think it was, and said how wonderful 2025 was and how amazing it was for him. And I thought, Have you forgotten that your father died in 2025? Have you forgotten that your mother nearly died in 2025? Is that an amazing year? What kind of perception is that? Like, he lost his dad in 2025 and that was an amazing year. Okay, cool. Nice.
Narcissism.
What? It's like life doesn't matter anymore. Like, lives don't matter.
It's like the ego takes over. And I think a lot of people, when they get these channels and when they've been on for a while, they think they can do what the hell they want and act as though like they like the power or something like that. And I'm just like, you really need to get, like, I'm old school. A good slap across the frigging head or a bash against the wall to bring you down to fucking earth and realize people who are watching you are just people like you. You are not better than them. You know what I mean? They add value to your channel by watching you. These are people who are supporting you and take the time out to give you ad revenue, to listen to you. Be humble and very grateful what you do and what you say on your channel, and be aware every one of those people are walking different paths of lives and being through something. So when you're being arrogant and a pig-headed prick, just think these people may have been through that and you're putting them down.
Yeah. All they're worried about is their super stickers and how much money they're going to get and blah, 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 blah. And, they don't give a shit, even when they get members. What did he say about his members? Or their members are shit or some shit. They're idiots that pay for memberships. What? They're paying your fucking income, and that's how you treat your subs?
He told me they were numbers.
What?
I remember the day when Avid complained to me about having 3,000 views and says, I should have 3 times the amount of that. And I'm just like, and I turned around and said to her on the phone, I goes, Avid, be lucky you have 1 viewer watching.
Yeah.
It's seriously, like, what is wrong with these people?
I think his own bullshittery is getting exposed. Oh yeah, it's getting exposed. Don't you worry. We're going to look into the 5, 6 names that were revealed that was secret. Actually, I'm going to do that now quickly.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Do you think I should do that? Yay.
Yay. Everyone say yay.
Harriet. Everyone put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay. Do some
2026.
Yay.
Yay.
We are so bad.
Wait, do you know what it is, MMD? They can give it out, but they can't take it. And I've always said on mine, every time I get information, I'm going to put it out there. People have a right to know how they've been scammed and mistreated, and people have a right to know who these people are. They they say that they are kind people, that they are honest people, and they're not about the bullshittery as he says it, and all that crap. Well, I'm holding them to that standard.
Me too. Yay!
Yay!
Glitter everywhere. Oh my goodness, I'm just looking. Now, remember I did a little short video there, or a short or whatever I did. The days are all rolled in one these days, where there was some highly sensitive information from Debs, from Trevor, that the police gave to him. First of all, if a suspect is called in or phoned for any kind of crime, allegation of a crime, if they give names to the police, the names will not, or the police will not reveal those names to the person, because obviously there could be bullying, intimidation, yada, yada, yada. So the police will say, we've interviewed this person, we've gained some information, and we're going to do some further investigation. So no names would have been given to Trevor. There was no arrest. Kaylee Rayner was called for a hot minute. And the interesting thing is, when this hot, confidential information came from Debs that was allegedly from Trevor. The names that were given, like I said, were Dylan Paz 49. I don't know half these names. Russ Green, Melanie Brown, Jim Wild, Karen McKay, Kaylee Owens, and Alan Cree. Now, this is how dumb these two are. I have found my new Dumb and Dumber. Debs and Trev, you are my new Dumb and Dumber. And your new avatars will be shown quite soon in my Dumb and Dumber series. Why would Kaylee Rayner? We know this is not true. And Kaylee Rayner was never a suspect, never a person of interest. Why would Kaylee Rayner say her own name? You gave your game away when you presented these bullshit names that you said the police gave you. Why would Kaylee actually say her own name? It's all bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
He always does give it away.
So even though I read those names out and Debs gave those names, that was meant to be from Trevor, meant to be from the police, did they not look at those names carefully? Now I put those names out there on purpose to see if anyone twigged. A couple of people did. Why would she give her own name? You fucking bunch of liars. Kaylee Rayner was never a suspect. Kaylee Rayner gave no names. You're full of shit. Good one, Debs, for feeding Trevor absolute crap. Well done, Trevor, for having a very loyal person in your small circle, which is actually an octagon.
I found that out MMD 2 days ago. It was a lie.
No shit, Sherlock. No shit. They think people are stupid. They gave their game away themselves. You can't con a con. You can't play games with people who created the fucking game. They're stupid, Dumb and Dumber. The new 2026, that's hard to say, Dumb and Dumber award goes to Debs and Trevor. We're going to have a few series of them.
That's why I always say
Welcome to the new year.
That's why I always said they think that they're playing, they weren't even part of the game.
Exactly. Like, well done, Debs, for giving Trevor all that false information and making him think that he was a hero while he was printing out all this bullshit information, taking it to the cops, running to the police. Oh, look at me, look, we got... And then he does a video. Oh, we got an arrest. I got out of Atlanta for Arcadia. I got them. Yep, an arrest has been made. What arrest? You little toy soldiers in the garden that you're playing cowboys and Indians with? Grow the fuck up, will you?
I've got two things I want to say, MMD, regarding Atlanta. Either Trevor Avid are Atlanta, or they've been pumping Atlanta with information to keep the chaos going. I know fine well it's been different Atlanta, it's not always the same one, but I do think they've had a hand in it because I know Trevor and Avid, from personal phone calls, love drama. They say it's what keeps the channels going and keeps people paying.
I wonder who the fake lawyer is. I
Mm.
can't wait to reveal that one.
They really thought they were going to go against people and people were just going to sit there and take it. Hell no.
Bingo, Juanita. Bingo. What happened to Wally? Oh, Don, I did warn you. I sent you one message and said that the government was watching you and wanted you gone. And what happened? Sometimes you got to listen to people that are not in your circle. Because the ones that are in your circle keep your enemies close and your friends closer.
And always keep your head above
Checkmate.
ground. And watch your backs and keep your head alert. Keep your head out the sand. Don't be a sheep. And pick up every single thing someone says. And question it.
Oh, by the way, Don, you know, all your private information you didn't want to be revealed? Maybe you should ask Debs who she revealed it to. Because you know what? 2026 is going to be a fucking banger.
I'm pleased Blair's out of it now. I think Blair's happy that
Fucking oath.
Blair walked away. She's the one what gave me the epiphany. And I wised up quick. I should have done it a lot earlier. Put it that way. And left a long time ago. I already had them who was who and what was what.
Bye, Possum. Oh, yeah, I am going to bring it on, Juanita. One thing you don't do with me is try and fuck me over. On bullshit. Fuck me over on something that I've done. No, not a problem. Candor's put me over the coals a few times for a few things. Do I care? I couldn't give a flying fuck. I've said to him time and time again, go and fucking roast me all you like, because while you're roasting me and calling me all the names under the sun and blah, 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 I'll be on the floor fucking laughing my tits off.
It's because she's
psychopath.
No, it's what's the word? Masochist, and she's also the other word from a masochist, a sadist. That's the one. She loves it. The thing is, I never have to do anything with Jules. We have an understanding. We keep it real with each other. No bullshit. Like we do, how we see things, we call shit out when we see it. That's it. Straight with each other.
It's ridiculous how straight we are. Well, you're not straight, I am.
Well, I try. For a gay man, I'm as straight as what you can get. Put it that way. When it comes to communication, what you see is what you get with me. There's no
I know
uncuttery. And I'll call this one a bitch when I feel like it, and she knows it, and she calls me a twat and everything under the sun.
I call you a bigger bitch than me.
And I call her a whore, and I goes get back on the pole, bitch, and all sorts.
And I'll get back on that pole when I want to.
But we care about each other and we respect each other, even though she could be earning more money.
Good morning, Arnold. I always say this wrong. Arnold Geezer. I always keep calling him Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger. How are you, mate?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Alex.
And ignore what they were saying last night. It's not worth it. That's
it's fucking devastating.
It's what they want, and I wouldn't even give them the time of day.
Sorry, some chocolate pudding? Hang on a sec, I'll just mute you.
I want some chocolate pudding.
Kendall heard you say, do you want some chocolate pudding? He wants chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
Anyone else for some pudding? Let's all have chocolate pudding. Yeah, go on, with a bit of cream, darling. And some magnesium and chamomile tea. Don't worry about me putting my order into my daughter.
Just fill it up.
Brandy custard. Sorry, guys.
Here comes the chemicals. But no, M&D, what I'll do is I'll let you carry on with what you do best. And
what are you talking about? You have to talk while I eat.
Oh, for God's sake, how you eat that bloody cake then? Jesus Christ, I've been on here all bloody morning.
Well, you got nothing else to do. The house is spick and span. No washing today, everybody.
Bitch, I want to watch some movies and stuff.
No, you can do porn later. You don't need to do it now.
Girl, we can't watch that in this country. We have to show Face ID and all that crap. I'm not getting on camera showing my face.
Just show them your ass. Say that's my face.
Stick a carrot popping out with two little dots for eyes.
Alex, did you want to come up and have a chat? Or you're good? Oops, what have I done? Yeah, you can keep talking, and when I get my pudding, I'll just mute myself and eat. You know what I did the other day? I told you, didn't I? When you were all on the panel, I was eating, I was dancing, I was listening to you. So I was having a wow of a time.
I'm just looking forward to the things what's coming out in 2026. There's going to be some eye openers coming from Jules.
There's going to be
And-
some bangers. Oof.
And there's going to be a little bit stuff coming from me as well. And this is what's happening. People are not getting away with it anymore. They want to act a certain way. They're gonna actually act that certain way. You know?
Yep. That's all right. I'll wait a few minutes, Alex, and I'll drop the link and have a conversation with you yourself if that's what you prefer. I'm sure Candor doesn't mind.
Oh God, no. You can talk to Alex separate, whatever you want to talk about. Not
I'd like to actually talk to Alex.
Yes, you need to talk on one-on-one. That needs to be you and him. Not British. A lot of people have said I sound a lot like Candor. It's crazy.
Harriet, stop it. Stop trying to be Candor, Harriet. You're just a psychopath. You've got a mental illness. Isn't that what they say about all of us? We've all got a mental illness.
I'm just Harriet from Harrogate, that's all.
God.
MMD, try and speak Scottish.
Hang on a minute. I forgot. The wee little leprechaun, not that one.
No, every time I say something, you try and do it in a Scottish accent or tone.
The book. Get the book. Get school. Film. I'm going to watch a film. I'm going to Uber. Doing the Ubering.
It's like when the Americans go on about Harry Potter people, you like one of them. It sounds like you just like. I don't know
what I'm doing.
Exactly. That's what.
Do you think I know what I'm freaking doing?
I'm just like, oh my God.
Ubering.
Ubering. Are you
doing the Uber? Gonna wash the cabinets.
Are you hoovering the floor?
Hoovering. My cleaner used to be like that.
Yeah.
Got to do the hoovering. Oh, I don't know where the people have gone.
Hoovering's definitely down south. When they say hoovering, that's definitely southern.
This always makes me laugh. Every time Alex gets up on anyone's life, he's always making a cup of tea. I'm like, he sounds like me. I'm just going to make a tea and I'll be on.
It's more northern to say.
He's British.
We use the H, hoovering, but down south it's hoovering.
Yeah, she used to say, I'm just going to do the hoovering. Yeah. Have you got any kitchen towel?
So yeah, I'm just I just hope 2026 is going to run smooth, a lot more smooth than 2025 because that went. No,
it's going to be a bumpy ride. YouTube is going to get bumpy. It's going to be like speed humps. You know, when you're driving along and you're, oh fuck's sake, another speed hump. It's going to be like that. We're going to have nice and then bang.
I just like the
dun 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 dun.
I just like the shits and giggles. That's more my speed. It's too easy being cruel. I don't particularly like it. Even though everyone says they love it when I go after people, I'm just like, oh, come on, it's too easy.
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing that. What's his face? Whoa, what's that bloody presenter? I just had his name. That he goes up. He goes on about people. Oh, Piers Morgan. This is no different. Yeah. He goes hard on people. Who gives a toss? You know what? Whatever.
When I do it, it's for a just cause when people are getting way out of hand and you're just like, check yourself.
Just cause. A just cause. Have a listen to it.
It's like, it's the one they get away, like, they forget to get a lend of themselves and realise what they do. And you're just like, hang on, put the halters on here before you wreck yourself and look like you're fool in front of everyone. Think about what I'm going to say to you. Like, stop.
Cool. All right, well, Candor, Alex would like to come up, so I'm
not Candor, I'm Harriet.
Sorry, Harriet.
And Harriet says, everyone have a good new year, and if you want to see Candor later on, 7:30 UK time, see you later. Bye.
Thanks very much. Bye. See you, mate. Irish Ivy, yes, I have spoken to him. They're doing well, a few changes happening, but I'm sure he will let you guys know once he comes on live himself. You are free to enter, Alex. I'll just have a look if there's anyone. No, there's no one backstage. Dum. Oh, there you are. Add to stage. I'm a bit dumb on this stuff, so just bear with me, mate. Oops, where'd you go? Alex, add to stage. Hi, Alex. How are you?
You all right? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, all good. How are you? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, I've been catching up with everything this morning. I didn't know what was going on last night. I think the last live I went on was Michelle's when she was out partying or something, and then I didn't stay for long. And I woke up this morning, I had like loads of messages from people like saying about what Fiona and that little brat was saying last night. So I went and checked up on that. I saw your short video as well that you did.
Yeah.
And I actually went up on Flops Live yesterday, and I was talking about Fiona and Ben. And so I went and looked at the comments there. I asked Flop if I could use that clip when I was in her live, and yeah, I was literally talking about Fiona, Denise, Ben, Trevor, and yeah, it was just weird that they carried on with that in their live last night. I actually said on Flops Live that Fiona's a bad mother, and the reason why I said that Flops about that Fiona's a bad mother is on live.
You're breaking up a little bit, Alex. It's breaking up a little bit, mate.
Let me put my phone near the window. All right, let me turn off Bluetooth. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I've turned off Bluetooth. Is that better or?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, it's really low though. I can just about hear you, but yeah, just tell me if that's better. If you can hear me better.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. It's all good.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was actually on. Yeah, I can hear you. It's really low because I'm yeah. But anyway, I was actually on Flops yesterday talking about Ben, Fiona, Denise, and Trevor. And just tell me if I'm breaking up. Yeah.
No, you're all good. You're all good. I did hear you on
I
Flops.
was actually on Flops last night saying what a bad mother Fiona was, and the reason I said that is because Fiona and Ben were on Denise's live a couple of weeks ago, and Ben had no idea about the cutting thing, and so Fiona was saying to him, "Don't call him the cutter," and Ben was like, "What? What?" And then she said it a second time, "Don't call him the cutter." And then Ben was like, he still didn't have a clue what she was talking about. And then he asked her, and she said, "Because he cuts." And so she actually put that in his head about that, and then he started taking a piss, saying, "If I cut horizontally or vertically." And then Fiona was like, no, we better cut off, you know. So she started it with Ben, and she put him in that position now where he's on the internet saying that, yeah. So this was a couple of weeks ago, and what I was saying to Flop was that that's going to be there forever. Like, he's only 21 now, or whatever, but at some point he's going to have a job where he's working with colleagues, or, you know, position where he's up for a promotion for something, or, you know, he might have a family of his own, and that's on the internet now where he's been saying that, and the person that made him do that was his own mother. Yeah. And he went and said it again last night, and that's all on the internet. Yeah. So she's putting her own children in a position where they're saying things that's going to really harm their future. Yeah, they might not. He might not. He might not see it now, but at some point, he's going to be working with people. He's going to have colleagues. He might be, you know, a manager. He might be something. Yeah, and that's now on the internet. And Fiona has done that to her own child. Yeah, she's put her child in a position where he's been saying things like that. And she's laughing in the background, you know, she's egging it all on, she's encouraging him, and she doesn't realize the harm that she's done to her own child by egging him on to say things like that. So she is actually a bad mother, and I said to Flop last night, no mother would do that to their own child, to put them in that position when they're on a live on a YouTube live channel, and they're egging them on to say things like that. And the other person I'm really disappointed in is Denise, because she's now become Trevor and Fiona's enabler, you know?
Yeah. Can I just say something?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you know or have heard that my daughter was a self-harmer.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
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 So I have experience as a parent in that area, and this is what I was trying to tell people, that there's circumstances in life that trigger this. So even though that her son has said this on the internet, etc., no parent can be assured that their child, whether be adult or young, will not fall in that position to do that themselves one day. Bad relationship, you know, shock, hormones, anything can trigger these events to happen. So people should be very careful what they say about other people, such as yourself. I was actually quite sickened about it, because I know that you and I have had a screaming match. I get that. But I actually feel for you, because I've been in a position with my own daughter doing this, and it's horrendous for a parent to watch. So I'm actually really sickened about how you've been treated this way.
Yeah,
and I apologise on behalf of these idiots.
You know what it is? It's a much bigger issue than what's happening to me, because there are other people that are
Mental
watching
health,
their lives. There are other people that are watching their lives, and it might be someone that just tips them over the edge. You know,
Exactly.
You know, I'm not going to go and do something because Fiona made a live. It's not nice that my name's been put out there labeling me as that, but there are other people watching. There are people's grandchildren watching those lives, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that it might tip them over the edge hearing these people laughing about it. You know, you've got Denise. She's allowed it to happen on her channel twice with Fiona so far, and the last time she did it, when Ben was saying it on her channel, she excused him. She was saying that, oh, you know, Ben, you know, Ben. She was actually asking him to come and visit her in the USA after he was saying it, you know. And then the first time they did it on her channel, Denise got involved. You know, there was Denise, Dave Murphy, who burst out laughing. And that's why, you know, I had a little argument with him on your live the last time.
Yeah.
Because he was telling me to behave myself, and I'm not having that from someone like Dave, you know, where, you know, only a couple of weeks earlier he was on Denise's laughing and joking when Fiona, you know, cracked the thing about me being a cutter. You know, he burst out laughing. So, you know, he's not the guy that he tries to make out in people's channels. He's a nasty piece of work, Dave. And you know, you had Denise there, you had Ben. So Denise has allowed it twice on her channel. And the one thing that annoyed me about Denise the most, and I'll tell you why I'm going after her in such a big way, Denise.
She's a love
the last
bomber.
time I had an argument with Fiona on her channel, it was quite obvious why I was angry with Fiona, because she kept calling me that. And Denise knew, she knew for months that I was annoyed with those lot, yeah? And she went on Fiona actually made 2 videos, and she made a live about it as well. So she monetized the argument that I had with her on Denise's channel. And on her own channel, what she does, like she goes on small channels, Trevor does the same as well, and they'll insult people. They won't mention their names. They'll say this person, that, but the person they're talking about knows exactly who they're talking about. They do it with other content creators as well, with other channels. And they'll go on smaller channels and they'll call them the CUNT word. You know, they'll attack their children, that they're going to dox their children's pictures. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they'll wait for that person to retaliate, and then they'll go on their own channel and play victim, that they're being attacked by this person and that person, you know. And so Denise went on Fiona's live, and the words that came out of her mouth was, Fiona, you didn't, that what you called Alex didn't come from a place of harm. It came from a place of, you know, and then they started accusing me of being woke, Denise, and everything like that. So I'm going in hard on Denise because of that. I think there's been about, you know, over 20,000 views on that video that on Fiona's channel, where they're gaslighting people that, you know, I got angry for no reason. You know, I think they said that Fiona just went there to talk about baking cakes. And I just called in and I started shouting at her, you know. So that's the narrative that Fiona spun on her own live. But Denise is another one. She's a nasty, nasty, two-faced, you know. What Denise is doing, and Cindy started doing it as well. Denise is she's been using copyright sitcom clips, and she's been posting them on her shorts, so that she could boost her 3 million plus views in a month, so she can get monetized. So she's actually,
I've seen that.
yeah, she's actually defrauding, because the copyright owner of that material, if someone else is making money on it, they've got a claim to the money that that person's making on their copyrighted material.
That's correct.
And I looked into these sitcoms that she's been posting on, and they're all copyright. They all have copyright on those clips that she's been using. And Cindy has started doing the same as well. She started using the same model that Denise used. She's been posting sitcom clips to boost her numbers up for that month. Because if you get 3 million views on your shorts in a month, you can get monetized. So Cindy's now using the same model as Denise. So they're both using copyright material. They're frauding YouTube, and I think I said YouTube hasn't caught up with it yet. I think, you know, they've just seen that they've got the numbers. Yeah, they haven't yet. They've just seen that they've got the 3 million. They've just seen that Denise has got the 3 million plus views in that month, and they've monetized her. But yeah, I don't know if they've caught up with the fact that she's been using copyrighted sitcom material to get monetized, and she's asking for £3 a month from her subscribers, when she's not actually posting any original material, apart from the odd live where she has like 14 or 20 people watching her. She's not actually posting any original material to be asking people for money, you know. But yeah, I wasn't surprised what Ben did last night and what Fiona did. They just they're Fiona and Trevor. They're just a couple of drunks, and
yeah, they're very broken people. They talk about everyone else, and I just want to address this comment, if you don't mind, please, Alex.
Yeah.
Serena says, my heart breaks for you and MMD, as having to deal with self-harming issues is not a joke. I self-harm, but not via cut. What they're doing is making people too scared to talk about it for fear of being mocked. Now, Serena was mocked big time for being agoraphobic. I've had agoraphobia, and I'm going to say this, triggered twice in my life. Once was when I was shot on duty, and another time was from actual nutrition deficiency in my body that triggered it. And this is what I say to people: you don't know what's going to trigger something in your life to make you self-harm or self-medicate or be agoraphobic, etc., etc. People mocking other people's I hate to say mental health illness because I just don't like the word mental, but for people to mock other people's way of coping with life, everyday life, every minute of every day is fucking disgusting. They self-medicate and essentially they are self-harming by continually drinking themselves to oblivion. That is self-harming. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it can come in different forms. It can come in
Exactly.
eating disorders where you're putting on
That's
weight
right.
because
Starving
you suffer
yourself.
from depression. Come from you suffer from depression and things like that. But the fact that
Starving
they're
yourself as well.
yeah
Not
it can come
eating.
in local forms. Yeah, and they just keep talking about it. They won't let go of that thing. That, I think you touched on the thing about Atalanta before as well.
Yeah.
I was going to say that the only two people that I know that try to take down other Mexit channels is Fiona and Trevor. They're the only two
Bingo.
people that actively get involved in taking down other content creators. So in a way, they might not be the Atalanta, but they are an Atalanta because they're constantly attacking subscribers. Trevor's doxed loads of people, and we've actually got video recordings of Trevor saying he's not going to stop until he takes down a certain channel. Then he's attacked them in a way where he said that he's got money and they haven't got the money that he's got to be able to defend themselves. He's attacked people's children. He calls his subscribers, he calls people, what is it? That they have no value to me.
Yeah.
What kind of a mentality is that to say to people that
Exactly.
they have no value to you, so they're of no use to you?
Exactly. That's what I say.
Yeah, who talks like
who
that?
is he, the king? You don't add value to me. What does he fucking want?
Yeah, who talks
The
like
red
that?
carpet?
Yeah,
he does that.
And I was going to say something as well. I actually touched on it the other day. He's got no balls. I saw
Correct.
I saw that Chloe Celeste come up on Denise's live a little while back, and Trevor started panicking. He wouldn't actually address her himself. He just started panicking, and he told Denise to get rid of her. He's not going to come on if she's on. And then he had Zeppa, that little whatever she is, start insulting her on the live. So he has these women do things for him, and he hasn't got the balls. If he's faced with someone on the live, he'll just switch off. He'll just disappear. He hasn't actually got the bollocks to face that person and ask them, and
That's why. That's why him and I fell out, because I told him where to go, because apparently he wanted me to face candor for him and go to Thomas Michael Jr. about something. And I said, no, go do it yourself. That's your argument, not mine. So he decided to be an arsehole and make up a lie about me because I wouldn't do something for him. Go do it yourself. You're a man. You got balls. Go do it. I'm not your lucky.
He doesn't. He won't face someone in a conversation. And I was touching on the Atalanta thing. They are an Atalanta, Fiona and Trevor. They do actively try and take down smaller channels. They try and build small channels so that they can basically become their second channel that they can go on. Denise is the latest one now. Where she has Fiona and Trevor on Drunk, making threats like Fiona did that her son was going to come after me. Now, what's that all about? That saying that Ben's going to now become my
Ben's friends? Have you seen Ben's friends? Come on, Alex. Really?
I haven't, but I haven't. But I'm not the kind of person to take to threats.
They're just a bunch of kids.
Yeah, but you know what? The issue is the fact that she went on a live and said that about Ben, that he's going to now become my stalker and his friends are going to attack me online. I said on Flops last night, she actually put her own child in danger there, because I could be the kind of person that has friends in Gibraltar that might have family there that would go after Ben. I haven't. But what if I was that kind of person that, you know, it wouldn't be no skin off my nose to take a plane to Gibraltar and face off with Ben and his mates, you know, and she went on a live. Well, she put her own child in that situation where she's making threats that he's going to stalk me online and that he's going to, his friends are going to come after me. So who does that to their own child, puts them in that kind of danger, you know, that they're gonna now become somebody's stalker, not knowing who I am.
But the thing is, Alex, also, but the thing is, and this is what I've tried to say on many of my videos, is you don't even have to lift a finger. You might have someone that really, really likes you, that lives in Gibraltar, and goes, you know what, fuck you, you little asshole. This is what you've done to Alex. I'm going to snot you one. It doesn't mean that the content creator will do anything. There's plenty of people that are fans of people out there that live all around the world. This is what I say. You've got to be careful with what, you know, you might have someone that goes, you know what, this is for fucking Alex. Bang.
Well, there could be people that are watching his self-harm comments and that have got, you know, a thing. And they might know Ben in Gibraltar. But the fact is, she said that and she put it out there on the internet.
Yeah.
And she put her own child in potential, I wouldn't say danger, I would say potential danger. I would never do anything in a million years. What I do, I just, I take screen recordings of what people say and then I post them. So there's no comeback on me for them to say I'm lying, you know, or that I'm making things up or whatever, you know, because some people, they'll on their channel, they'll call people names, they'll, you know, do whatever. But when you've got an actual video recording of someone saying something, like I'm going to post what Ben said last night and what Fiona said. I think they said it twice, didn't they? So I'm going to post that, and now that's going to be on the internet under Ben Hesketh. His name's going to be on there, and he's going to be on there forever, you know, saying things like that. So, you know, I was saying she's a bad mother because who puts their child in that kind of position where they're saying things like that, and they're saying it on an actual live, you know?
Yeah, but also she had her stepson, Richard, who has been in prison for doing things online, so she's actually putting him in harm's way too.
Oh, was he?
Because he was in prison for doing some online activity for 4 years, because she told us that about 10 times in the live. So she's actually putting him in harm's way as well. Like, why would he want that on his?
Something really serious. If he got 4 years, it must be something racial or something.
It was to do with Islamic stuff, I believe.
Okay.
Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, sure.
Can you please post more videos of squirrels? They're so cute.
Oh yeah, what short video? Yeah, that's
they're so gorgeous.
Yeah, that's around my mum's house. She's got they've got like a primary school behind their garden, but in the middle there's like a driveway where people can drive and park their cars in the garages at the back, and there's like a little nature thing in that little that little slip of road. You know, everything's overgrown. They've got what are those fruits, the blackberries that grow all over there and everything like that. So yeah, it's like a little kind of nature thing between the back of their garden and the primary school. And yeah, you get loads of you get loads of little squirrels there. You get birds adorable. There. Yeah, you get fruit there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to catch up with everything. I've got to watch Fiona's live in full just to see what's you know, because I'm sure they were getting drunker and drunker as the night went on. And yeah, I'm just going to post those.
Very nice. It wasn't very nice, and like I said, I apologise for people that come at you for crap and whatever, and I totally get where you're coming from, and I hope you have a really good year. Don't let, you know what you do does not define who you are.
No, but you know what? They're making themselves look stupid, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Immature, stupid.
They're making themselves look like complete nutcases.
Bullying.
You know, I think on one of the clips that I posted, Denise was calling me crazy, while Fiona was calling me the cutter. And I think I wrote at the top, "Here's the crazy ones here." You know, you got Fiona giggling away about self-harm. You got Denise calling me crazy. You know, you got Dave Murphy bursting out laughing, and you've got the other one, that Scottish one. What's her name? Is it Debs, whatever her name is.
Debs, yeah, the other nutter.
Yeah, calling me the happy cutter. You know, and I'm like, who are the crazy ones here?
Becky
Do you know what
as
I mean?
well.
Like,
She calls you the happy cutter. Yeah, they're all broken people. They're broken people. But the thing is, karma gets people, Alex. You know, one day someone in their family might unfortunately be in a situation where they need to relieve themselves in a way and, you know, self do something, and they're just going to have to know what it's like to feel that pain of your family member doing that. It's
yeah.
as a parent, I can speak as a parent. It's horrendous. I don't know how your mum feels. That's totally your business, of course. But as a parent, seeing that, and it doesn't matter how old your children are, it literally cuts our hearts up to see that with our child. So they have
Well,
no idea the pain we all go through.
Well, the thing is, they're the ones that keep talking about it. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right.
they keep bringing it up. I don't keep bringing it up. They keep bringing it up all the time. You know, as I said, Denise has had it on her channel twice, and both times she made excuses for Fiona. You know that she's, you know. So you've got all these enablers like Denise that are encouraging them and allowing them to talk that stuff on their channels. And it's ironic because Trevor was actually giving Denise advice, telling her not to have me up on her panel because every time I come up, she's going to be losing subscribers every time I'm up. And the people that are actually up are the people that are, you know, the most of them are drunk when they go up on Denise's. Sean is always drunk. He's always talking violent. He's always talking violence or, you know, race stuff. You know, I think he accused the whole of Africa of being a bad place. You know, a whole continent. That Sean, you know, so you got them lot up spouting their crap. So, and you've seen her numbers drop to now 14 people only watching her live. So, you know, I wouldn't take advice from Trevor how to run a channel. You know, he's the last person I would. You know, my mum's just called. I think they're on their way round. They usually give a call when they're on their way.
You have yourself a wonderful day.
I just want to say, like, it's not so much for me. It's other people watching Denise.
Well, it made me feel sick.
Lives, and
it made me
like
feel
that
sick when they said it.
Yeah, things like that can tip them over the edge. That's why I think it's important to take those clippings of what Ben's saying, what Denise is saying, you know, dating, things like that. I think it's important to post those clips just to show that it's not okay for people to be saying that, you know.
It's not okay.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just gonna. No, it's not okay at all. It's you know, it's not something to joke about and laugh about. So me posting those clips they're gonna be on there forever, and it's gonna show these people for what they really are, you know. Yeah, that's all I can say on it.
That's all right. Well, you have a good day and just keep doing you. Keep being you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill out today. I've got parents coming round.
Nice.
I think I've got a couple of sisters as well. They'll probably pop round later.
Oh, good.
My two brothers.
Enjoy.
I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, my sisters will pop round later and we'll have a little chat and stuff. And day will pass. And got a couple of movies to watch. Actually, I've got the new Avatar movie to watch. And
nice.
And what else? I'm watching that Mayor of Kingstown as well. So I've got the last series of that. But yeah, they don't bother me, Ben. Them lot. I'm just gonna. But every time they say something, I'm gonna post it and just you know, show them for the twats that they are. And yeah, Trevor as well. He's a prick. You know.
Yeah. We're gonna have more on that soon. All right, you have yourself a good day, mate. All right.
Yeah, he can't help himself. Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me on. Cheers. Bye.
No worries. Cheers. Bye for now. All right. What is going on in the chat? Stranger Things final episode is on. Oh, I haven't watched that. So there you have it. The 1st of January. Well, actually, it's the 2nd of January for me now. I was wrapping birthday presents yesterday. My daughter was meant to be born in April and she came along in January. So there's a birthday quite soon. Don't argue in the comments. Just kiss some makeup or something. I'm glad that a few people have sorted their stuff out, which is good. Anyhow, I'm glad you're all safe and had a good evening and day. We've had our say here. Debs loves crafting says, love your channel, Alex. Squirrel is totally so cute. I love them when I go to the UK, when you see them around. Just prancing around, feeding. I know they're probably a nuisance to the people there, but they're so gorgeous. I'd love to have a squirrel. We have possums. My husband had a few possums. He feeds them Cheetos of all things. And I'm like, seriously, you're going to give them stomach aches? But he buys packets of Cheetos to give to the possums. He's a funny bugger. Well, anyway, yes, to all in the chat, Happy New Year. I hope you all have the best of health, number one. If you have your health, you can have anything else. You can create wealth, you can create a home, you can create anything, but you must have your health soon. Jules, did you want to go over my list? Let me have a look on the other device about your list. Irish, was that Irish Ivy? My eyes are getting tired. Was it on a community post? Let me see here. Let me see about your list. What is this list you have? Is it a shopping list? Where did you post it? Where's your comment gone? Oh dear. Where's your list, Irish Ivy, please? Thank you, Ava. Thank you, Juanita. Mum has squirrels in her back garden. She swears it's like someone all the time. She's named him, the same one all the time. She's named him Bob. That's cute. Which community post is it on, Irish Ivy? Come on, load, you bugger. Oh, this channel? Oh, here we go. Rachel and Henry 2025 disaster tourists, Hollywood Reporter, Vanity Fair, lost all employees, Invictus wheelchair pulling, Invictus asks Rachel to leave early, loss of 2,000 plus veterans. Participating in Invictus, Henry's BBC interview, Stephen Colbert, Aspen Institute, Epstein, Uncle Andrew, Virginia Roberts, working with American Democrats, 3 years missing Archwell, tax filings, Tyler Perry accused, lawsuits filed ×2, number 1 and number 3 most disliked celebrities, Tom Michael Jr. announces Rachel never graduated Northwestern, more bullying allegations, Archwell being investigated by IRS. This is cool. Henry's visa. Heritage Foundation calls for congressional congressional investigation of Archwell. Henry takes pot shots at our president. The backs of heads of surrogate kids with Love Meghan tanking ×3. Lemonada founder failure. Santa Bale, African Parks, Doorbell Gate. I'm Sussex now. Pregnant twerking with a pillow and no COVID masks. This list is freaking long. Am I going to read all this? Goodness me. Where did I get up to? Hang on. Pregnant twerking with a pillow and no COVID masks. Illegally moving ducks from property. Time 100. Dropped parents' network. Flour, sprinkles, spread, not jam, as ever. Wickless candles. Wearing jewelry when cooking. That's feral. All the drinking in the love fashion shoot thefts. Taking over her friends' events at Godmother's bookstore, all the lies, deliberately PR blasting the royal family every time the real royals are working. Paris invited herself, Jamie Kern-Lima, Emma Greed, Fortune MPW, Humanitarian Award, 20 plus puff stories per day, Instagram, Thomas Markles Sr., Hurricane and loss of a limb, saying Doria raised her, bizarre, Diana cosplay, Victoria Beckham, Martha Stewart, been announced as DOS Poppygate, Kardashian birthday party, night before Remembrance Sunday, Henry oogling Kris Jenner's chest, oh God, Liza Photogate, loss of 12 PR people in 5 years, unheard of, 100,000 dinner with the Sussexes, seriously, they could feed so many people with that money. Hollywood Outsiders, Henry Wales, Archibald dissolves, Henry's coming home, and that's just what I can remember. That is amazing. It's been a year. 2025. That is a awesome list. Irish Ivy, you have outdone yourself. That is amazing. That was 2025 for Rachel and Henry, the pompous little prick, and his side gig. Right. If we have said, oh, Irish Ivy, you have got a really good memory. That was amazing. So what should we write for 2026 for them two numbnuts? And what shall we write? Well, thanks to the mods, I will add Jane when she comments. If she's around, I haven't seen her in the comments at all. Candy canes, whips and chains, and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh God, I won't start singing. You'll freaking kick off, won't you? Anyhow, have yourselves a wonderful day. If it's evening, have a good sleep. Yes, agree, MMD, health is number one. Absolutely. If you haven't got your health, you've got nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Your health goes, you're screwed. Doesn't matter how much moolah you got in the bank. It ain't going to save your sorry ass. Health is number one. Always number one. The rest will follow. And even if you have toast for dinner, it's still food. Just be grateful for what you have every day. You're very welcome, Juanita. I will add a few more. And on the other channel as well. Excuse me, I was coughing. Irish Ivy says divorce for 2026. Nah, I think they'll still be together because they know too much about each other. Or you could be correct because they might be worth more apart because then they'll have, you know, their book deals and their movies. And oh, Harry treated me so bad. He was stoned all the time and he was always looking at other women. Remember, if you have nothing nice to say about people, say fuck all. Thank you very much for the wrench, MMD. I appreciate your trust, and will not let you down. It's all good. And Harriet's lovely frock. Harriet, we love your frocks. All right, guys, I am going to boot off and drink my chamomile tea and have some chocolate pudding. Because, you know, why not? All right, guys, thanks, mods. Catch you soon. And, yeah, take good care of yourselves. Bye for now.